Don't say nothing to me if you ain't gonna say nothing to them. Look, I don't need the beat, I can murder y'all loose. Knock your tops off like convertible coupes. One claim to be the God, one used to be with God. Get the VCR, I'ma rewind it back so you see it all. Yeah, he made Jesus walks and spit conscience. Then he took Jesus off and did monster. Scenes in between it all, he lost moms, and when he lost moms, he turned against the Father. And though my heart's filled with compassion for the ills of a passing, I feel like I still have to mash him. I'm a draft pick to the team you traded on. My life was saved by the Christ y'all hating on. They can't compete with truth and they know it. Murder your style, bury it down in Frank's ocean. Ye said he sold his soul, you ain't believe it, cause you ain't close enough to Jesus for you to see it. But if he said the same things about your mama that he said about Christ, you would go Osama. So is Christ more like the homie you die for, or the dude you cool with but won't ride for? As for the Christians, how can you listen to these cats diss the gospel when your mission is to push it like the apostle Paul went to prison? You scared now, you fall under hostile conditions. Back to the lecture at hand. Who this cat that sold the Lord out like Judas? Dreamed he could buy his way to heaven. Woke up and spent it on a necklace. Told God he'd be back in a second. Them are his words, not mine. I wasn't saved then, so I ain't see the signs. You with Satan, fine, but don't play with God. Other fans keep it 100 so they can pick sides. So these cats say there's no church in the wild. We starting our own religion. And then Jay compares Jesus to Ye and himself to the Holy Ghost, and he got you calling him holy. So who's the god of that new religion? When he's big enough to mention Christ, but I ain't big enough to mention him. In your eyes, huh? They like, who am I to mention Jay's name? Because of Jay's bread, because of Jay's fame. But if rap's the reason you put him on a pedestal, then my last record should have showed you he's edible. Y'all must got such low self-esteem, studied on so much by cats in this game. Like, look at my house, look at my range, look at you struggling, I can make it rain. Look at my ice, look at my women, look at my life. You are not living, you the one put them on the throne that they sit on, just for you to look up and get spit on. Socially, I am on the same level you on. So if you feel he's too big and I'm too small to mention his name, if I'm not worthy, you obviously must not feel that you are. Jigga blaspheme from the get-go. This is not new, but it's finna get old. They say let him believe in what he wants to believe in. He does not have to believe in your Jesus, true. But why would he just spit rhyme after rhyme by the God he does not believe in? The problem is not what I'm not believing. Why does he keep mentioning what I believe in? And folks so blinded, I can see what the problem is. Compared to most cats, Jay sounds positive. So when he gets on Monster Inn, says he rapes women and children, y'all don't even acknowledge it. Counterfeit kingdom, what throne are you on? Big and Pac died, hip-hop ain't you, y'all. You were leftovers, named yourself over. You are not the best in it, you just over. So ask yourself, do y'all have a price? If he came out and said F y'all Christ, then came to your hood tomorrow night giving beamers away, would he be alright? No pass. They saying if you scared, go to church. Like we just over here sitting scared in the church. Every last disciple's blood shed and was murked. So I signed up for this, prepared for the work. Beware. Yeah. See, I told y'all this was coming, but y'all thought black folk couldn't be satanic. Now look at our future. And they got one of them cats on the track, so you already know what it is. And there's some more of them out there talking crazy. Them are usually the same cats that scatter when they see the head come off the giant. You see, since a lot of y'all ain't in y'all word, they sending y'all on this rat race, looking for horns and trying to catch people in accidental hand gestures, calling them satanic. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me the whole time this person was saying lie, kill, steal, cheat, murder, he wasn't satanic then? But the moment he put up them horns, he became satanic? So what if that same person does all those same things and rocks a cross? Is he of God then? It sound familiar? See, if you can't recognize the devil unless he's showing you his horns, then you in trouble. Get in your word